You guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing some more Trinny London. I have two Trinny London videos and I will post them. I'll post one right here and then later on I'll post another one. Right now, right here. And recently people from Trinny London got in touch with me and asked if there was anything that I wanted, and there was, actually. Trinny London is the first company that has ever sent me cosmetics, and I want to express my gratitude. And it's so befitting to me that somebody that I really admire so much was the first person to send me anything. And I'm very, very, very grateful. If you don't know who she is and you're from America, remember the TLC show What Not to Wear? That show started in the UK, and Trinny and Susanna were the people who did that. There wasn't a guy, and they were really brutal. I remember seeing them on Oprah years ago and thinking, whoa, not pulling any punches, man, and it kind of scared me. But they were beautiful, but they kind of scared me. But I feel like now that I've been watching her videos for several years, I feel that Trinny is a woman's woman, and she wants women to look and feel their best. If you are into fashion, you need to watch her. It's more not fashion, it's style. It's how to put things together and have your own individual style, and how to bring in trends if you want to once in a while. You definitely need to go watch her channel. And several years ago she came out with a makeup line, and it just kind of extends that idea of looking your best, but without a lot of fuss, making it really easy. So this is what it is. Most of her products come in these little things that snap off. And unlike other companies that make these, the lid to the next thing underneath it is not the bottom of the thing on top of it, so things don't dry out. They're individuals. They go like this. Boom. On the back of each one, you'll see the description, but you'll also see a photo. If you have bad eyesight, it's great. There's an eyeball here. This is for eye. This is for lip and cheek. And so on. She also has something called the BFF serum, which they sent me in a color that was too dark. And one of the things I asked for was this again because it's so pretty. I loved it so much, but it was too warm and too dark for me, and they sent it to me in Claire. It looks like this. We're going to put this on the face, and sent me a couple of colors. And these are colors that I requested because I saw on Instagram a professional makeup artist whose name I cannot remember. It's Mary something. I'll put it right here. And she did something with 4 colors. And the colors she was working with were Schmoogie, Freddie, Faith, and Candlelight. And they sent me Schmoogie and Faith, and I think I already had Freddie, so I didn't get Candlelight, which is their highlighter. And I'm very interested in getting that because I love a cream highlighter. So we're just going to put this on the face and do a really simple, pulled-together look that is not too fussy and easy to travel with. So before we get started, I am using this MD Solar Sciences Mineral Cream again today. It has been on for more than an hour, like an hour and a half, and it's calmed down a little bit, but it does leave me a little bit lighter than I really am. It's very dimethicone based, and I'm not sure if it'll work with this, but we are going to give it a try. I do like this sunscreen in the fact that it kind of smooths out everything, and it's not white, it's beige, so it kind of neutralizes you a little bit, although the more I rub it in, the more I rub it off my cheek, because we all rub out like this. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I did not do a dry run with this. And let's take a look. This is Claire, which is warm, but at least it's lighter than the other one, which is Lucy. There's a scent to this. I really hope this works. I wonder, you know what, because I'm wearing this very dimethicone foundation, maybe I should do this with a beauty blender so I'm not rubbing. This beauty blender is a little bit damp from yesterday. And it just kind of disappears into the skin, but it is too warm. I can really tell because of the sunscreen. Well, we'll see once it all gets on. So a beauty blender is not as fast as your fingers, but I just didn't want to take the chance with a sunscreen that is really, really got a lot of dimethicone in it. And you know what? It works. And now that it's all on, I don't think it looks too yellow for me. I did bring some of that sunscreen down my neck, so it's not going to relate to my neck unless I bring a little bit down. I don't like to because I don't like to get makeup on my clothes. There, it looks really, really pretty on the skin. Now I know it looks beautiful on the skin because I've used the other color a couple of times, but in conjunction with a dimethicone kind of sunscreen, I am absolutely poreless. I'm going to bring you in. Do you see any pores? It is stunning. Now I don't have big pores in the first place, but I feel like my skin looks like porcelain. They also sent me a while ago Just a Touch, which is quite a bit lighter, but it's oddly more neutral, or it might even be pink. So I'm just going to try. I did try this under my eyes before and I thought it was too thick, but I do have that sunscreen under my eyes, which might act as a really nice primer. And Just a Touch you can use if you have really nice skin. For instance, I have redness on my cheeks. If I wanted a very no makeup day, I just wanted to diminish that and put something under my eyes, that's how you could use this product. Around the nose where it's kind of red for my glasses. And I like this because you don't have to go on with more foundation, and I think it's done a really good job of just diminishing that redness without going on with more foundation, and looks really nice under the eyes. Look at that. I'm really impressed. I feel like my skin looks flawless. Whatever's left, I'm going to put on the eyes. Not much left, but a little bit of priming for the next color. My hair's kind of making me insane today. All right, now I'm going to go on with Faith, which, as you can see, is an eye. And I did try this a couple of weeks ago when I first got this with my finger, but I haven't tried it with this. Finger application is fabulous, but if you have a little bit of a nail or a lot of a nail, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I just want to see what it's like with this. This is a 217. This is an old one. It is goat, but with creams, you can use goat or synthetic. And let's see. And this is, again, the color that this makeup artist used. And I felt that our coloring might be similar. And just lightly touching and going in circular motion a little bit. And kind of doing a little bit of a straight line. So if you're hooded, just look at the area where you want people to see some color when your eyes are open. So it's right above that crease and go straight out. And that is one little hooded tip. You see how this color is just a universal, a little bit of something. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. Let me swatch it for you. And there it is. So I could go on really dark with this, or I can do it sheer, but it's quite neutral. It's really not extraordinarily cool. Boom. Now, the Freddie I got in a duo. So one is Bunny and one is Freddie, and I have a feeling this is the Freddie, which I'm not sure. I think it's for cheeks. So we're going to do a little bit of this. The video that I saw, it was on Instagram, and it's impossible to find it again because she posts quite a bit. So I'm just kind of doing what I think she did. But she might have put this on the lips, even though this really isn't a lip color. Look at that. Nice. Blends in really easy. I can get my fat fingers in this, so you probably can too. So this is Freddie, which I just put on, and there's some warmth to that one. And this is Schmoogie, which is more of a rosewood, kind of cooler color. And I think I can do both of them together, honestly, or I can put one on my lips. This isn't for lip, but I just want to see if Schmoogie would work on me. I think it does. Okay, so there's Schmoogie on the lips, but let's just do a little bit on the cheeks too. So I'm going to put it just, it lines with the outside of my eye. And when you go a little high like this, it tends to brighten up your eyes a little bit. Pretty, right? And now I want to try that color of the Freddie on my lip as well. Warm it up a little bit. Because I'm doing a lot of cool. The eye is cool, the cheek is cool, the lip is cool, so I'm just kind of messing around, in other words. Now I do have some sheen coming through, which is surprising to me because I felt like I started pretty matte because of my sunscreen. So I want to do a little powdering, and honestly, I think I want to do a little bit of bronzing as well. I'm just going to go in with the By Terry. And this is creased just a little bit, or troughed, so I'm going to use the tip of the brush to work that out. So this is interesting. When I first tried just a touch under my eyes, I did not care for it, but now I'm fine with it. So a little bit of primer, even though for me it was my sunscreen. It was very dimethicone based, a little dimethicone primer under your eyes, and it'll sit really nicely. Now I'm going in with my Victoria Beckham bronzing brick and just the teeniest bit of life to the face. See how that makes such a big difference? And now I'm going to just do a little bit of mascara and come back and talk. All right, I just did some mascara and some brows, as I said I would, and the mascara is not quite dry yet, and the reason that's pertinent is I saw this is Dawn. Look how pretty that is. And I thought it might look nice on top of what I have going. So this is the Dawn, and here is this. Let's just kind of go on top and see. That might be really, really pretty, right? They're both a little bit cool tone. This is decidedly cool tone, so I'm just going to put a little bit on top. Or you can do a little inner corner, just right here. Very subtle. It brings a little bit of light to the eyes. So, do I look like this makeup artist whose name I cannot remember, Mary something? Probably not. She's really, really beautiful. But I do like this look quite a bit, and it is very easy. Of course, it was very slow when I did it, but it doesn't have to be slow for me or for you. I was just talking too much, and I don't have my glasses, so I'm looking at things, and you know, if you've been here before, sometimes I can be a little scatterbrained. But this is the three things, well, really, four things that I put on. So this is just a touch, and I put it right here and under the eyes, and I love it that way. And the color I have is Alison, which is very neutral, and the color that I have in the BBF De-Stress is Claire. Then I did Schmoogie and Freddie. Both of them are on the cheeks and on the lips, even though they're not lip colors, they're cheek colors. You can mess around with this. And then I have Faith and Fortune on the eyes. And I do think it's very pretty and potentially very fast if you're not talking and messing around and being a scatterbrain like myself. And I am ready to go run some errands and feel, you know, put together. And yeah. Oh, let me just come in a little bit closer so you can see my pores. So there is the BFF Distress, and then I added just a touch around the cheeks, and it looks so pretty on the skin. And yes, part of it might be my sunscreen, but I remember thinking the same thing when I wasn't using this sunscreen. So it's really a lovely product, and I'm always happy to show you things that I have from Trinny London and to promote Trinny London, because there's two ways of advertising to a woman, of trying to get a woman to purchase things. One, and a lot of companies do this, shame you. How many times have you gone into a department store where they say, oh yes, this will make you look 10 years older because I've had that happen to me. I've had people who are not doctors, they are salespeople, tell me I have rosacea, which I do not. That is, by the way, if you work on a counter, you're a makeup person, you're a makeup artist, you're a salesperson, do not ever make medical claims on anybody. It's wrong, and that's the way I turn on my heel and walk out. But I've had people say, oh yes, you really need this, you're not looking so good. And I'm not talking the last 10 years, I'm talking all my life. I've gone to makeup counters in department stores and felt like they were making me feel bad about myself to buy their products. That's one way to do it. It's not the way to do it for me though. Or you can do what Trinny does. I think what she does, where she is pro-woman. She wants you to look your best. She's not here to say, ooh, you have this problem, you need that. She wants you to, a lot like Bobbi Brown really, wants you to be your best self, not turn you into something else. And I'm just so here for that approach. So I'm always happy to do a little Trinny London for you. And I want to thank Trinny London so much for sending me these extra goodies. I'm really happy with the Claire. At first I thought this is way too warm for me, but this really beiged me out. It's not white, it's off-white, and it made me quite a bit lighter than I am, and I think it works beautifully. So I can finally use this on a regular basis where I just couldn't work with the Lucy. So yeah, thank you to Trinny London. Thank you for watching. I hope this isn't too scattered because I feel like it was, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe, be smart, and I'm wishing you good health.
Where's the door? Right here.
Lucy.
Oh my God. You giving cookies to other dogs?
Look at her. I'm filming Lucy. Not you. I'm not getting your face. Don't worry. Just the dog. All I can see are your kneecaps. Lucy, what?
Lucy, I miss you. I miss you, baby.
Look at her.
I know. You don't give me that screen anymore, right? For now.